Kayla was a passionate and determined high school student with big dreams of becoming a journalist. Kingsburg High School appeared to be thriving, with its pristine facade and impressive achievements, but lurking beneath the surface were whispers of suspicious activities within the administration. Kayla couldn't ignore the nagging feeling that something was amiss, so she set out to find out the truth once and for all. As the editor of the school newspaper, Kayla had an eye for detail, and her stories were read and praised on a normal basis. While researching for a school budget article, she stumbled upon an unusual discrepancy that sent shivers down her spine. A significant amount of money meant for extracurricular activities was being siphoned off to an unknown account. Her journalistic instincts kicked in, and she knew she had to dig deeper. While hesitant to pursue, her heart pounded in her chest, and she knew she couldn't turn a blind eye on this revelation. Kayla discreetly began to investigate the financial records, seeking evidence to support her suspicions. The more she delved into the labyrinth of transactions, the clearer it became that the money was being funneled to an offshore bank account. She knew she had stumbled upon something much bigger than she ever anticipated. Overwhelmed with her findings, Kayla confided in her close friends and other members of the school paper. All were deeply concerned about the potential consequences of exposing such a scandal, and most advised her to shut it down before word got out of her discovery. They worried about her safety and the backlash she might face from powerful figures within the school, especially given that the school principal was relatively new to the administration and hadn't built up much confidence and trust from the students. Kayla grappled with her responsibility as a journalist, and the fear that her actions could jeopardize her future. Despite these potential consequences, she continued forward with exposing the truth. Despite the warnings from her peers and facing internal doubts, Kayla's sense of justice and determination prevailed. She firmly believed that the students and parents had the right to know how their hard-earned money was being misused. With courage bolstering her resolve, she decided to take on the challenge and bring the matter to light. Knowing that she couldn't do it alone, Kayla sought guidance from her journalism teacher, Mr. Turner. He was impressed by her dedication to ethical reporting and the importance she placed on evidence. Luckily for Kayla, Mr. Turner wasn't too fond of the new principal, and he agreed to help her. Together, they strategized how to handle the situation. Kayla also found support from a few like-minded students who were willing to stand by her side in exposing the scandal. The investigation intensified as Kayla and her allies worked tirelessly to gather more evidence. She interviewed school staff, cross-referenced documents, and pieced together a compelling case that exposed the extent of corruption within the administration. With every step, she felt a mix of fear and exhilaration, but she remained steadfast. Armed with a mountain of evidence, Kayla bravely confronted the school administration, hoping they would address the issue internally. However, instead of acknowledgement, she faced intimidation and threats to stay silent. The powerful figures were not willing to let the truth be known. Feeling frustrated with the administration's lack of action, Kayla knew she had to take a stand. With her heart in her throat, she made the bold decision to publish the story in the school newspaper. She understood the potential risks, but her conviction in advocating for transparency and change outweighed her fears. As the article went public, Kayla faced a storm of backlash from the school administration and some students who doubted the authenticity of her report. Rumors spread, and she became a target of vicious rumors and online attacks. Her friends worried, but she knew she couldn't back down. As her article gained traction, the story reached beyond the walls of Kingsburg High School. The local media picked up on the scandal, amplifying Kayla's voice and turning her into a symbol of courage and integrity. Her story ignited a movement, inspiring others to stand up for what they believed in. The independent investigation that followed further validated Kayla's findings, bringing accountability and change to the school administration. It was a victory not just for Kayla, but for the entire student body and community. The recognition she received from journalism organizations and her school community was overwhelming. Kayla's bravery had not only exposed a scandal, but had also reshaped the school's culture, emphasizing the importance of transparency and integrity. She became an inspiration for her peers, encouraging them to embrace their own courage and to use their voices to enact positive change. As she reflected on her transformative journey, Kayla knew that it wasn't just the scandal that had changed her. It was the journey itself. It was the moments of doubt and fear, the sleepless nights spent poring over evidence, and the unwavering belief in the power of truth that had shaped her into the courageous young woman she had become. In the end, it wasn't just about uncovering a scandal. It was about the power of having the courage to confront uncomfortable truths. It was about the strength to persevere in the face of adversity, the willingness to stand up for what was right, even when it seemed easier to turn away. Kayla's story spread far beyond Kingsburg High School, becoming a shining example of what one determined individual could achieve.